Ladies and gentlemen, it is my prayer and hope that this video is going to find you in a doing fine and in good health. I'm also doing fine at this peripheral end, so let me know where you're watching this video from, which country and which continent. From the Middle East, things are fantastically fine, and I just want to speak to a particular kind of issue. In fact, issue laced with several kind of questions, but there's one bully issue itself. As the title over there, IAM-MARWA facing the storm. You know, I'm also telling the vlogs, and a vlog that was so calm, and it's a storm and a calamity that was facing the people of the community. So IAM-MARWA was so busy mending the road as usual. He never knew or knew what was going to happen, but a calamity close to what was the bereavement itself really struck. Now, from dealing with the calamity of mending roads to a calamity that is so personal and so dear to IAM-MARWA happened. Therefore, on this vlog, we are going specifically to unearth the two calamities. So, we are also going to delve in deep why at that particular juncture the calamity happened. So guys, if you're coming across this video for the very first time, kindly click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you instantly. My Lord subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. So let's dive in straight away. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. My name is Inazak and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, let's dive in lest we forget. You know, there are specific scenarios, more so the calamity that IAM-MARWA faced hand to hand. And the calamity itself was caused by a friend who has been to IAM-MARWA life. You cannot separate them. They are like a conjoined twins. Now, a calamity itself wants to divide them into the middle. This kind of scenarios and a calamity has exposed the hidden secret and agenda of the lazy gang, laced with the double speak. But majority of people sometimes might ask them this question: what am I saying? What is the double speak herein? If I take back the hands of time, you can barely witness. It is on record that at one point, when you take the Murimi's case study, Murimi was given a second chance, and by that doing so, it was what the negative reactors opposite expectation, because they never thought that IAM-MARWA would forgive Murimi and Dimwango. All along what they wanted drama in within so that IAM-MARWA could chase Murimi, then an uproar, all of them would go for the refuge of Murimi so that they could incite Murimi to start causing chaos and mayhem to IAM-MARWAs and Dimwangos of this world. You all remember all all other negative rants that these people said. They even tell us that Murimi is a thug that should be taken to the police. That there is no need that IAM-MARWA to forgive Murimi because it is a norm that maybe IAM-MARWA was doing it because there was some string attached elsewhere. And that's why I've evoked the question: what is so different with this one? Why are they now the lazy gang now castigating IAM-MARWA of like telling off Gitiriba? Why are they not preaching the second chance? No, this is the double speak that sometimes I don't want. Once you take a position, stand in it. Because the lazy gang is now castigating IAM-MARWA of firing Gitiriba. But the other time when IAM-MARWA forgave Murimi, IAM-MARWA did bad because IAM-MARWA now and Dimwango was encouraging issues thievery or theft. Well, there are two things involved over here. Before we delve it deeply, I want us to put things into perspective. Let's play what really transpired and this kind of calamity, then I will come and put things into perspective, because a lot of things were said. Amara is being castigated left and right. But there is something that I want you to understand. At this moment, you don't know what really, after the video, what really happened behind the scene. Because people are now castigating Amarwa, of Amarwa firing Gitiriba on the live camera. But there are things that people don't understand. So let's play this video, then I will come and put things into perspective so that we understand where Amarwa comes from and the fate of Gitiriba, whether its fate is hanging on the thread or facing uncertainty, and the way possible that Amarwa and Gitiriba could amend what is it in between them, as we proceed
pulling down his forward and whatever, and telling him, my guy, don't worry, these are small things, you're not losing your life. And now I show you from there, that is how you started messing up. First of all, you pulled his stuff down. I'm not gonna say like he really did this to just like revenge, even though I think that one came in handy, but it didn't take too long. Are we gonna talk about karma? Villagers are rolling in this muddy road because you messed up with it. So, you thought your 4x4. Oh, by the way, I heard when Maro called Lucio, told her, get out, we need to go grab some pizza. And he said, sure bet, my 4x4 will, my Land Cruiser is going to pass in this messy road. But what about these other people? They're going to struggle. And
so, ladies and gentlemen,
the road to
that's the shortest video that you could hear from one ordained hater, that is Gaiti, could not reason at all. So this is the position now, rebuking Ayamara all over, and now clapping that Gitiriba did very good thing, that was a revenge. And now it's connecting it when you remember when Amara was mending the road and told Gitiriba to secede some part of the land, maybe a meter, so that the trench and the road could be. This is the thing that Gitiriba agreed to. It's something that Gitiriba considered too. So the notion that is being peddled by the naysayers and Musoji T here does not stand, has got no water, it's not watertight. So this is certain kind of cliques of people who just want to fool people and play, turn and twist and put words into Amara mouth and Gitiriba's mouth. You know, the main issue is they will always benefit if Amara and Gitiriba or anybody disassociate and disagree. It doesn't matter even in a case where Amara was wrong. All they want that Amara to keep mute and witness when things are going into disarray. You know? And that one I find it so wrong. For example, to an extent of always telling us that Gitiriba has decided willingly to take Amara car and go and make an accident with. It was a form of a revenge because Amarwa had taken Gitiriba's land when he was mending road forcefully. Really. And you could see the plan of the lazy gang. Laced with the double speak hearing. You know, everything they concoct and they twist. The aim is to mock Amarwa when Amarwa is at the weakest point. The choreographed plan and objective hearing is also to appeal to Gitiriba's emotion so that Gitiriba could simply walk out of Amarwa camp. Get to Amarwa's comment section, you'll see even the lazy gang commented over there, others ending up of even abusing Amarwa. Go to Gitiriba's video that he dropped yesterday concerning the road construction. You saw people are questioning Gitiriba's loyalty, that what is loyalty? JT, I want to tell you, loyalty is not disrespect. Loyalty is not keeping quiet when somebody disrespects or go against your instruction. Loyalty is not dismantling other people's things, but loyalty is keeping the boundaries, respect at a bare minimum, not licking other people's booty. And that is loyalty that I needed to let you know over here. So toward this video itself, we've already known all the footprints that was choreographed, all the plans that of naysayers that they are planning for Gitiriba and Amarwa. You know, their work is to come in within, rock the boat, so that Amarwa could capsize with Gitiriba at most. So guys, I just want to play this short clip so that you get to know what really transpired between Gitiriba and IAM-MARWA. And this one marks the unraveling of the calamity that really happened. Perhaps let's watch the video, then I will come and put everything into perspective. Going
with the bad
forward.
roads, Gitiriba brought the Land Cruiser here. It has scratched itself. Can you see? All these are scratches. Look, a very new car. All these are scratches. He just brought the car here. It has scratched itself this side, on the other side. I don't want to deal with him anymore. I'm just tired. I'm just tired of him. I told him I don't want to deal. No car should come here. Look, scratches everywhere. Look, these are scratches. Those are all scratches. So when you see me with no Gitiriba, don't ask me what happened. I don't want to have someone who I can't give instruction and to follow simple instructions. I told him no car or even a motorbike will pass here. Gitiriba has totally messed. Now I want him to go and paint the car so he can feel the pain that I'm feeling. You know, I told them.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
and
you've
my
watched
wife,
that video itself.
And
And that scenario, sometimes I could feel Gitiriba as well, and I could feel IAM-MARWA. I can tell you at that moment what Gitiriba really felt in the like. At that moment, I feel Gitiriba was so sorry. Gitiriba regretted the day, the reasons why he took that Land Cruiser into that muddy road. Listening to IAM-MARWA, I hear IAM-MARWA fully, because we hear IAM-MARWA talking things verbatim that Gitiriba has defied IAM-MARWA instruction, that Gitiriba was told by IAM-MARWA, even a motorcycle cannot pass through that road. Please leave it. That one gives us a kind of an insight. Perhaps maybe Roshio wanted to go out and decided to tell Gitiriba. But before Gitiriba removed the vehicle, I think Gitiriba found IAM-MARWA, and IAM-MARWA was told. And that's why when you listen to IAM-MARWA, IAM-MARWA is telling that he had told Gitiriba that no moving out, even a motorcycle cannot pass that road. I think at that moment, perhaps IAM-MARWA considered defeat so that the vehicle was removed. But IAM-MARWA refused never the vehicle to be removed over there. It seems IAM-MARWA knew that these people would move out, but IAM-MARWA gave a caution that that road, it's in a maze. The road itself is impassable. Not even a motorcycle could really pass there easily. So this is the thing that really makes IAM-MARWA so livid and so vexed in equal measures. That he gave a warning, but Gitiriba couldn't really get him. Now that everything happens at the expense of IAM-MARWA's instruction to Gitiriba that Gitiriba defied. But the big question that people are asking, and I want to answer, was IAM-MARWA right at that particular juncture to get shot fired at Gitiriba? I want to tell you at that scenario, I must say yes or no. And the reasons why I'm saying yes or no, it depends on what kind of emotion that was evoked. At that moment, because it's something that was dear to your heart, and it's something that you have already dispensed instruction to, that somebody should never go against, then at the opposite end, you find your very valuable item that you had already given a traveling adversary, and somebody despised, it actually got broken against your instruction. I think at that level, I understand IAM-MARWA. At the same time, when somebody evokes your emotion, and the moment you see things firsthand, because you know, emotion sometimes gets so uncontrollable. This is what we call involuntary action when it comes to science or biology itself. The involuntary taxis, we cannot control emotion. Sometimes let them move on. And that's why one thing that I love with IAM-MARWA, IAM-MARWA will never hold emotion. It will tell you straight away on your face when things go bad. It will let you know. There's no reasons of putting in the verbiage in your heart without saying it. IAM-MARWA has said it. Therefore, at this moment, understand the position of IAM-MARWA. And to the Gitiriba, because Gitiriba couldn't have a chance to confront IAM-MARWA, because at that time you are on the wrong, you need to concede defeat. And by the fact that Gitiriba took off and couldn't be seen within the vicinity, it's enough to tell us that Gitiriba was at its most position of remorsefulness. Never arguing with IAM-MARWA, but disappeared into oblivion from that vicinity. Rather, the question that we should be asking ourselves is, IAM-MARWA, do you believe in a second chance? We believe, because there is a precedent set. IAM-MARWA believes in a second chance. And as we speak, they're going to talk. As we speak, IAM-MARWA also has got a right to vent and to express his emotion anywhere as emotion comes by. When emotion comes, let it come out. Just a mere expression does not really deter IAM-MARWA and Gitiriba relationship. But at the weakest point, IAM-MARWA had spoken. At least we understand IAM-MARWA's situation. The only thing that perhaps we could be advising IAM-MARWA and Gitiriba, that Gitiriba, next time, do not despise your boss' instruction. Even if maybe the wife to your boss, that was you might have. But the best thing you ought to have done is to call IAM-MARWA and let IAM-MARWA know where you people are headed. Because when you hear IAM-MARWA at the part that, I don't know what they wanted to do with my wife, that again open up another box that some people might have questioned a lot of things. But it's just for the camera, because IAM-MARWA's vlog is raw and uncut, nothing choreographed, but shows you everything. And that's why majority of people likes reacting to IAM-MARWA's vlog. At this moment, we know it's an accident. We know that IAM-MARWA could not take a drastic and punitive kind of punishment towards Gitiriba. All that was just meant that IAM-MARWA was expressing his emotion out. IAM-MARWA really vented out because he had given instruction that that car should never be out until the roads are impacted. You know, until the roads are impacted. That's what I want to say. But this thing that now the naysayers want to come and makes IAM-MARWA look like a person that who should just be keeping quiet and gets and sees or observe his things getting destroyed, that one I don't agree with you. You know, some people are pointing the issues of angers. Sometimes everybody also expresses their angers. You know, look at the life of IAM-MARWA. Too much busy with a lot of activity. That alone sometimes can weigh IAM-MARWA down. IAM-MARWA talks with people. That alone can impact on IAM-MARWA's temperament and anger issues, because he is always running, always occupied himself with a lot of activity. But just one person, that alone makes IAM-MARWA so weak and so feeble when it comes to issues of anger. Let me tell you a story. Do you know a lion lives the shortest period of years, then dies? For example, when we take a male lion, cannot go beyond 10 years. A female lion will do up to 16 years. The reason why? Because the lion has got anger issues. Because the lion is the bravest, is the king of the jungle. That have it all, that will always yell because it wants to stamp the authority in itself. You know? And people also expect too much of the lion. That the lion can never let her things or his things be destroyed under the watch. But when you compare that one or translate to the tortoise, when faced with the storm, the tortoise first of all will look left, right. The first thing the tortoise does will squeeze his head in his shell, so that if there is any calamity that will come that want to dismantle it, the tortoise will be saved. The tortoise will also evoke the surveillance that will look left, right. Then the tortoise will majestically walk while looking left and right. Then that one makes the tortoise process words before the tortoise scale the dangerous terrain itself. What does that lesson mean? Sometimes being lion in everything can affect your issues anger, that can sometimes affect your body. Preoccupying yourself in most of activity sometimes can also give you the lifestyle disease. And majority of people, that's the way I'm looking at IAM-MARWA. IAM-MARWA has proven to be strong, and IAM-MARWA has also acclaimed their lionic kind of a structure like that I'm a lion, I'm a roars everywhere, that alone can impact him helpfully, contributing to anger issues. But that one does not mean that Amora should be keeping quiet and seeing when his things getting destroyed. Because the moment you refuse evoking the lionic prowess or lionic characteristic, that one alone, people will be taking advantage of you, and some things will get destroyed under your watch. Sometimes it needs you to come out and roar, show people your true colors and what you're made of, then they will get to be afraid going forward. Are you there? But at most, we should get so control. But with this one, I'm just still giving it time because we understand it was the emotion that really came first, and he couldn't, there was no reverse of it, but he just let it out. But what I know with Gitiriba, all these things going to be done, all these things going to be talked of out camera, and I know IAM-MARWA doesn't hold a grudge. I think they've talked to Gitiriba and nothing will happen again. So until next time, let me know what you think at the comment section. This is Senior Zach.